Last time I showed you this project, it was running in Unity. It is not anymore because I switched it to Unreal Engine 5. And I want to be honest about why, because it wasn't only a technical decision, it was a personal one too. I was building in Unity, writing C#, and kept hitting the same wall. I would get stuck, ask AI to generate code for me, it would work, and I would move on. And after a few weeks, I looked at my own project and realized I didn't fully understand half of what was in it. The code worked, but I didn't own it. That bothered me because this game isn't a portfolio piece. I am not trying to ship something and move on. I want to understand every system I build, not because I have to, but because that is the only way I actually learn. So switch it to Unreal Blueprint First Visual Scripting. Every node I place, I know what it does and why it is here. No generated code that I can't explain. If I don't understand something, I stop, figure it out before moving forward. That slows things down, but it's fine. I have no hard deadline, at least for now. What I do have is a commitment to build this correctly. The other reason is control over development flow. Unreal Engine gives me Lumen Lightning out of the box, a behavior tree built for AI, a data asset system that maps perfectly to how I already designed it, the game data architecture. Less glue code, less fighting the engine, more time actually to build the game. So, full rebuild. Same game, new foundation. Let's talk about what that foundation look like. It's been 3 months, so a quick recap for everyone. The Hunter's Road is a first-person supernatural investigation horror game. You play as Elias Blaine, a reluctant ex-soldier, not a hero, investigating locations haunted by specific entities. The core hook is this: investigation actually matters. You collect clues, identify what you are dealing with, go back to your car or hub, select the right tool, and return to perform the correct ritual. Bring the wrong tool and you can't win. Autosave only, no reloading, a bad decision. It is inspired by Supernatural, the TV series, because I am a huge fan actually of it. Legally distinct, I'm not building the same thing. But let's go. Let me show you what I have built with Unreal Engine first. Phase 0 was rebuilding everything that existed in Unity, plus a few things that were only designed, never built. The data architecture is the backbone of the whole game. Every clue is a data asset. It has a name, description and category, and evidence type. Every entity is a data asset too. Its behavior profile, its weakness, the minimum evidence needed to identify it, its ritual typo. This means adding a new entity to the game is just filling out a form, no code. On top of that, I built the interactable system, a blueprint interface that any object in the world can implement. Doors, clue pickup, eventually ritual anchors. They all speak the same language. The player interaction controller doesn't care what it is pointing at. It just call interact and the object handle it. The journal pulls everything together. Collect enough clue that match an entity evidence profile. It appears as a candidate. Collect the minimum requirement. Identification trigger. The whole investigation loop works end to end. I walked through the hospital, pick up 4 clues, and watch Elias Ward show up in the journal with his lore and weakness. That was phase 0. Foundation is pretty solid, I would say. Phase 1 is where it starts feeling like a game. This is the ghost. The first thing I built was a behavior tree. Unreal Engine built-in AI system. At its core, it is straightforward. The ghost patrol, investigate last known position, and chase on sight. 3 branches, priority order, it works. But a ghost that patrol and chase isn't scary. It is a Roomba with a bad attitude. So I spent time thinking about what actually makes a ghost frightening. And the answer isn't aggression, it is unpredictability. So I built a phase escalation system. The ghost has 4 phases. In phase 1, it exists. It moves, it makes noise, you might see it at the end of a hallway, but it doesn't react to you. You are being watched, but you don't know it yet. In phase 2, it starts investigating. It knows something is in the building. Phase 3 is when it can see you and it will chase. Phase 4 is full hunt. Relentless, fast, the environment works against you. What drives the escalation is what I am most happy with. It is not a timer, and it is not exactly the number of clues that you have collected. It is a hybrid of 2 things. First, your sanity, or we can call it fear. I'm not sure yet. But it is that metric and a randomized director windows. Your sanity drains in darkness, where you are near the ghost, or in cold zone, because in supernatural, ghosts emit cold spot, and a randomized director windows. You will always know where you are because we have a HUD in the interface that shows you your sanity level. But the ghost can only advance in the next phase when your sanity has dropped below a threshold and a hidden random timer has expired. Neither condition alone is enough. What that means is, in practice, 2 players can run through the same level and have the ghost escalate or behave in different times and ways. You can't memorize and you can't optimize around it. And then there is noise spike. When you run, or when you slam doors, when you pick up clues, when you make some object fall, you will make noise, and those noise will create a temporary escalation. The ghost jump to the next phase behavior for 10 to 30 seconds, and then settles back, and it is not permanent. But it means every careless action has immediate consequences that you can feel. The ghosts react to how you move through the space. Rush through grabbing clues and sprinting, you are going to have a bad time much sooner than someone who moves carefully. That is the design that I wanted. Let me know in the comments if it makes sense, or if you think that there is something that we want to add to make it more realistic or more fun to play. But in the core, what I want to do is having preparation over power. Your behavior shape how much threat that you are going to face. Pressure, salting and burning it for this case, with the ghost actively trying to stop you. After the car hub is something that I'm really excited about, having load screen between investigation and confrontation, where preparation become a real choice, not just a concept. Once those are done, I will have a vertical slice, the case one, and I will try to make sure I will get feedback from you guys. 3 months is a long gap between devlogs, and it was like just life happened. But most of it was to make sure that I'm in the right position to build something that makes sense. If you want to follow along, subscribe and hit the like button. I will make sure the next devlog get out as soon as possible, and you will see a ghost actively trying to kill someone. At least I hope to be able to achieve that. See you then. Cheers.